All right, I think we are live. Some afternoon baseball, evening baseball, New Year's Eve day as we end 2025 and get ready for 2026. We got some 1990 baseball. I played some baseball late last night, actually early this morning, about 2 in the morning. Had some people on watching a wild game between the Red Sox and Tigers. And today we're back at it, 1990 again, and we are doing a little Red Sox, not Red Sox, Mets and Pirates in this one. So important series. The Mets and Pirates in the NL East come down to the wire in this division. Kind of give you an idea real quick how close this division was in 1990. The Pirates went 95 and 67. The Mets went 91 and 71. If you look at the kind of details of the stats, though, Um, the Pirates actually, or the Mets actually outplayed the Pirates in terms of run differential. And you do the old Pythagorean win-loss record. I know some people don't like that, some people do. Um, and there's two ways to kind of look at those things too. Some people view that as luck, that the Mets were unlucky, and the Pirates were lucky. Some view that as the fact you didn't win close games, and that's more about not playing the game the right way, not hitting with guys on base, not playing good defense, um, not making contact, moving the runners, things like that. So there's different ways to look at those things too. Um, do those things. So so understand this will be a pretty good pennant race here. Mets and Pirates. You've got the Expos too, 85 wins. They can definitely be a team that surprises folks too in this division. So it could be a three-team race. The Cubs, of course, who won 89, under 500. The Phillies under 500, and the Cardinals really bad in 1990, and so forth. This is also the Mets' last year of being relevant for a while. They had a good stretch here. 84, they lost the Cubs in the pennant race. 85, they lost that great battle with the Cardinals. 86, they won. 87, they lost to the Cardinals. They were a decent team. In that one, 88, they won the division. 89, last year, they lost out to the Cubs. And of course, in 1990. And after the season's over, they have a stretch where they're really bad. 91 through 96, they're a pretty bad baseball team. And then 97, they kind of get back on their 98 with Bobby Valentine, and they have another little run in them there too, going forward. So this is kind of the last of this era, this Darryl Strawberry, Davy Johnson era for the Mets here in 1990. So we'll see what they can do in this 1990 replay. All right, let's play some baseball. Let's go on out and play some ball. Gooden against Doug Drabek. We play as play lineups. And interesting right here, I forgot about this. Wally Backman leads off for the Pirates here. I don't think he plays. I'm going to go check and see how long he plays for the Pirates there. But Backman coming back against his old team in Shea today. And he will be at third base leading off. Jay Bell at shortstop. Jay Bell's pretty underrated. Andy Van Slyke, center fielder. I've always liked Van Slyke. Bobby Bonilla in right field. Of course, Bonilla would join the Mets here soon during a bad Mets time. Some of that Mets drought they had, Bonilla was kind of part of that. Barry Bonds in left field. Of course, he's going to play for the Pirates for three more seasons, 90, 91, 92, and the Pirates would win three straight NL East titles here and not get to the World Series. So Bonds in left field. Sid Bream at first base. Of course, Sid Bream would go on. This is last year with the Pirates. He'd be in the Braves next year as they win the NL West, and he helped beat the Pirates in the NLCS. Mike Lavalier, Sparky, they call him. Jose Lean, good ball player. Jose Lean, second base, and Doug Grayback, a former Yankee prospect who by the Yankees back in the old George Steinbrenner days where they get rid of their prospects. So that's the lineup for the Pirates. The Mets We'll go Greg Jeffries to second base because Greg Jeffries, big time prospect, a lot of hype, was not treated well in the Mets team back in the day. He's at second base. Keith Miller in center field hitting second. Howard Johnson at third base hitting third. There's Darryl Strawberry cleaning up, hitting fourth. Kevin McReynolds in left field hitting fifth. Mike Marshall, I've read about Mike Marshall playing there at first base, hitting sixth. Barry Lyons catching. Interesting enough, I have a Barry Lyons bat. It's about 5 feet from me right now. How I got it, a friend of a friend of a friend had it. He knew my son loves baseball and plays baseball, and I got the Barry Lyons bat. My son swings it to kind of keep him, get him strong. It's a big bat, heavy bat, and my son swings it. He loves bats, so I've got the Barry Lyons bat here in the house. Kevin Elster, a shortstop, hit eighth. Dwight Gooden hit ninth. The Mets bench real quick. They got Mark Perry on, Dave Magadan. Interesting, Magadan's not playing first base there in this game. Orlando Mercado, Tom O'Malley, Mackie Sasser, Tim Tuffle, Lou Thornton. So some interesting names there for the Mets as we get things going here. Let's play some ball.
Replay Radio is
live from Shea. And Backman in a Pirate uniform will lead things off here in Shea. And Dwight Gooden on the hill. What did Gooden do in 1990? Gooden went 19-7 with a 3.83 ERA, 1.29 WHIP. Very good. I mean, he's not the same Gooden as from 84, 85. Obviously, his off-the-field problems and so forth, but still nice. And he'll go here facing Backman, lead things off. Backman he plays about 104 games for the Pirates. 292, 2 home runs, so still a solid guy, but the Mets moved down from him. Have a youth move for the Mets with Greg Jeffries out there as well. So here's the pitch. And a base hit, so Backman's on. He's got 4 for speed, so he could be taking off here.
No outs, man on first.
As Jay Bell comes up. Jay Bell, a really good shortstop, good ball player. Infield is in, or the corners are in. Let's see if Bell is bunting here. He's not. Ground ball to Elster. And he's out at first, so Backman, no double play ball.
1 out, man on second.
Look at the Mets defense real quick. We talked before about how the Mets didn't perform up to their run differential in 1990. Actually had a better run differential than the Pirates. We're supposed to win more games than the Pirates. You know, part of that, too, we talk about luck. Some of it's defense, too. Look at their infield defense. Howard Johnson's a 4, which is horrible, and 11, which is horrible. Kevin Elster's a 2, pretty good. 36 isn't great. Greg Jeffries is a 5, which is god-awful. And then Mike Marshall, our first base, is a 4. So that's the infield defense. Outfield defense, a 3 from McReynolds, which is average. A 3 for an arm is average. Miller is a 4 in center field, which isn't bad. And then Strawberry's a 3, which is average. A 4 for an arm, which is good. So not a great defensive team. That's part of the problem, too. So 1 down for Van Slyke. Ground ball to Jeffries. Could be an infield single for Van Slyke. He can get down the base paths, and he does. So Van Slyke is on.
1 out, men on first and third.
And here comes Bobby Bowe. And Van Slyke could be stealing right here. Stolen base. So Van Slyke is on. It's second and third now. 1 out. But he had 232 home runs for the season from the Bronx, New York. He strikes out, so 2 gone.
Two outs, men on second and third.
And here comes Mr. Bonds. Bonds, 301, 33 home runs, 114, 52 stolen bases. And You know, people have their opinions on Bonds, but he was legit before the steroids, and I'm not an excuse for him on the steroids. There's some guys who were good players who took steroids and became great. And there were guys who were great players who became immortal using steroids. Bonds is in that great player category who became immortal, but he was a Hall of Famer. If he never touched the stuff, it's a shame he did. Same kind of rooted A-Rod. I put A-Rod in that same category. I think Sammy Sosa is in the other category of a guy who was good who became great because of steroids. So here's Bonds up there now, 5-tool player. Second and third, 2 outs. Gooden versus Bonds. And a clutch hit for Barry at the double in the gap, and the Pirates are up 2-0.
2 outs, man on second.
So here comes Sid Bream. And Bream fly ball to left field to end it, but the Pirates get 2 thanks to Barry Bonds.
1 left on.
2-zip Pirates.
Bottom of the first.
And Doug Drabek takes the mound, the ace for the Pirates. And Drabek, 1990, he was 22-6 with a 2.76 ERA, a 1.06. But one of those guys who doesn't get enough, I guess, credit. He was a really good pitcher for the Pirates. I think the Astros too later on as well. So here's Jeffries. Lead things off. Ballpark effect. That's me out. So 1 down. Jeffries leads off.
1 out, bases empty.
Flies out to Bonilla. And here is Keith Miller playing center field. Did Miller play a whole lot? He played in 88 games. 258, 1 home run. Getting the open day start. He can play second base, shortstop, and all 3 outfield spots. One of those utility guys. 5 for speed, so a ground ball to Backman at third base. It's so weird to see Backman at third base to the Pirates. Give an infield single, and it is. So Miller is on with a 5 for speed. He could be moving. He won't be moving. So here's Hojo. I love Howard Johnson. Awful defensively, but he could hit. 244, 23 home runs, 1990. Switch hitter. He's got 5 for speed as well. How many stolen bases did he have? He had 34 stolen bases. So he almost went 30-30 that year. I think he goes 30-30 later on, I think, in his career. So here's Hojo. Ground ball to Bream, a force at second.
2 outs, man on first.
And here comes Mr. Strawberry. Strawberry, 1990, 277, 37 home runs for the Straw. And this is his last year in Shea. He goes to the Dodgers. He said, do you get the back next year? I think it was the Dodgers next year. So here's the Straw Man. Struck him out. And that will end the inning.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1
So
left.
2-zip is our score.
Top of the second.
And here comes Spanky. Mike Lavillier. Facing Gooden. Ground ball back to Gooden. Back to the mound. And there's 1 away.
1 out, bases empty.
And here is Jose Lind. Second baseman, Jose. 261. Solid second baseman. Round ball to Elster, and there's 2 away.
2 outs, bases empty.
And here is Drabek now. And of course, this is 1990, folks. National League Baseball. There are no DHs. Drabek will hit for himself. Ballpark effect. Uh-oh, did Drabek get a hold of one? It's a single or a home run. It's a base hit. So Drabek helps himself here. A 2-out single. And that will turn the lineup over now. And here comes Wally Backman. Drabek on Backman 1-for-1 today. And Backman killing his old team. It's a double in the corner. Will they score Drabek? They will not. So second and third, Backman now 2 for 2. And here comes Jay Bell with 2 outs. Bell 0 for 1 today. Base hit left field. 1 runs in. And we could have an error on McReynolds. What's McReynolds' air? 54, so pretty good air rating. No error there. Will they hold up Backman?
2 outs.
They do. And it's 3-0. Here comes Van Slyke. Van Slyke is 1 for 1 today. They're hitting good in here today, folks. So Van Slyke, 284, 17 home runs for Van Slyke, 1990. And a double down the line. They are hitting good and hard. 1 run in. Will they wave Bell home? They do. And the Pirates are jumping all over Dwight Gooden and the Mets. So yesterday or early this morning, I played a game with Roger Clemens against Jack Morris, and Clemens got himself knocked around. And now Dwight Gooden getting himself knocked around as well. We got Slash Deep Gaming in the chat room. Welcome, welcome. Almost happy New Year to you. We're about 7 hours away here in the East Coast. So here's Bonilla. He struck out his last time up, his first time up. It's 5-0. Barry Bonds waits on deck. And a deep fly ball to left field. McReynolds is there.
3 runs.
But the damage is done. 5-0.
Bottom of the second.
And here comes the Mets. McReynolds will lead things off. McReynolds hit 24 home runs in 1990. Of course, he was traded for Kevin Mitchell. And he flies out to Van Slyke, who tracks it down. Van Slyke's a 5 out there.
Base is empty.
And that too. Yeah, Jack Morris got lit up as well. Check that game out. I did this morning live stream that Morris got lit up as well in that game. It was a crazy game. It was supposed to be a pitcher's duel. Clemens versus Jack Morris. It was a 9-8 ball game instead, as both guys struggled mightily in that one. So here's Mike Marshall. I totally forget Mike Marshall playing for the Mets. I do not recall how long he played in 83 games. I don't remember Mike Marshall on the Mets. I think it was Dodger only. He played for the Red Sox too a little bit as well. There's a gap in outfield. Van Slyke can track it down. He's a 5 out there. He's elite defensively. He's elite out there, and he tracks it down. That's a good Pirate defensive outfield.
2 outs, base is empty.
You've got 2 guys with 5s out there, Bonds and Van Slyke with 5s. Bonds and Van Slyke with 5 arms. Bonilla is pretty bad out there, though. Bonilla is a 3, and a 13 for air. So Bobby Bonilla is a DH playing right field. So here's Barry Lyons. And I'm going to pull for Barry Lyons. I have the bat sitting right next to me. And they struck him out. So Drabek cruising along here. We're through 2 at Shea. If you listen closely, you can hear the airplanes flying overhead. Top 3 we go. Here's Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds is 1 for 1. He had a double that drove in 2 back in the first inning. A 2-out double with 2 guys on. Barry delivered. Gooden now trying to settle down here a little bit, facing Mr. Bonds. I've got a rare play. Is it a foul ball? Or will it be caught? And it will be caught. Barry Lyons goes back and makes the play. And they get Barry Bonds out. So 1 down now for Mr. Breen. His last year in Pittsburgh. Looping drive to left field. McReynolds is pretty average out there. Can he get it? If not, it'll be a double. He gets it. So 2 gone.
2 outs, bases empty.
And that will bring up Lavalier with 2 outs. Lavalier 0 for 1 today. And down goes Lavalier. So Gooden, trying to right the ship a little bit, gets that taken care of.
Bottom of the third.
They're right there. I'm looking at the Barry Lions. Is that the Barry Lions bat right there? No, where's the Barry Lions bat? Okay. Barry Lions is, I'm talking to my son right now. Barry Lions is playing this game right now. He's starting catcher for the Mets. The Barry Lions bat is up in my son's room. So here's Kevin Elster, the lead things off in the bottom of the third. And he fly ball to right field, but he tracks that one down.
1 out, bases empty.
Which is saying something because Bobby Bonilla did not track down much in right field. So here's Gooden. Gooden can hit. One of those good hitting pitchers. And there's a fly ball to Bonilla. Speak of Bonilla again. Let's see if he can track this one down. He does not track it down. And Gooden has a base hit. So it's so strange seeing hitters or pitchers hit.
Man on first.
1990 National League Baseball, that's what you got. So here's Jeffries. What did Jeffries do in 1990? 283, 15 home runs. Not bad. Of course, he debuted in 87. And he fouls out there, so 2 gone. Jefferson had a bad career, but he was so hyped up that it feels like his career was a failure because of all the hype he got coming up. And he was not treated well by the Mets. Part of that was the Mets culture. Part of that maybe was Jeffries being a little bit stuck up. I don't know. But here's Keith Miller. He had a pretty good career, though, Jeffries. And Miller flies up to Bonilla. So Drabek cruising along here. 5-0.
Left on.
Victor Mariotti up in the chat room. Hello from East Weymouth. Hello, Victor. Happy 2026 almost.
Top of the fourth.
And here comes Jose Lean now to face the Doctor. Top 4. Ballpark effect, out or single. And that's coming out. That is tracked down by Mr. Miller. 1 down. What's the weather like in East Weymouth today? So here's Drabek. Ground ball to Jeffries. Off his glove. So Jeffries, once again, is a nightmare defensively at second base.
1 out, man on first.
He's a 5 in the infield, which is horrid. And that's a base hit. So Drabek's been on base twice today. 2 singles for Drabek. He's 2 for 2. Looking for a batting title. And here comes Backman, the former Met, who's also 2 for 2. He's singled and he's doubled. Ground ball to Johnson, double play ball. So the Mets infield turns to double play. It's a miracle.
And none left on.
Not a good defensive outfield, not a good defensive infield for the Mets.
Bottom of the fourth.
But they turn 2. And now we've got Johnson, Strawberry, and McReynolds here. Bottom 4. Hojo, ground ball to Bell. He makes the play. 1 down.
1 out, base is empty.
Here comes Strawberry. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Base hit to right field. The straw man single. So 1 down.
1 out, man on first.
Here comes McReynolds. The Mets trying to get back in this ball game here. Ballpark effect, out or a single. And that's going to be out. So 2 away.
2 outs, man on first.
Drabek pitching well here. Here's Mike Marshall, 0 for 1 today. Ground ball to Bell. That should do it for the inning. And Drabek cruising along here with a 5-0 lead.
1 hit and 1 left on.
Opening day in Shea, 1990. Where were you in 1990? I was in 1990, April of 1990. I was 15 years old, finishing up my freshman year in high school in April of 1990. That's what I was doing. So here's Jay Bell. And he walks to lead things off. So Bell is on. Not a good thing to do here with Van Slyke, Bonilla, and Bonds coming up. So here's Van Slyke. He's 2 for 2. He had singled and he's doubled and drove in 2 runs today. Lines out to Hojo. So 1 down, a hard hit out. A loud out.
1 out, man on first.
And here comes Bonilla. He was 0 for 2 today. Ground ball to Jeffries. They turn 2. They don't turn 2. They get the 4 still.
2 outs, man on first.
So 2 gone. Here comes Mr. Bonds up. Bonds is 1 for 2. And an RBI, a 2 RBI double. Back in the first. And he fouled out to the catchers last time up. So Bonds steps in. Ground ball to Elster. Could be an infield single. Bonds has got the speed. And he beats it out. So Bonds showing off this speed there. And now Mr. Gooden will drop down to B grades.
2 outs, men on first and second.
So Gooden down to B grades, and he might be able to get a little boost back up at the end of the inning. We'll see. But now he's taking Sid Breen with 2 outs. Big batter here. And he walks Breen. The bases are loaded. The Davy Johnson pulled Gooden here. Keep in mind, Gooden's due up third
Bases loaded.
next inning. So ideally, you probably want to wait to pull him in. But here is Lavalier. Lavalier is 0 for 2 today. Bases juiced. Struck him out to end the inning. And now we'll see if Gooden gets it back. He goes back to A grades. So Gooden gets back to A grades, but the Mets can't get any runs here. They're down 5-0. The bats and they wake up. Gooden is left with 3 batters left on his endurance, so he's due up third this inning. He's a good hitting pitcher. I'd probably would hit him. We'll see what they do. Here's Barry Lyons. Struck out his first time up. Fly ball to right field. Bonilla's there. 1 down.
1 out, bases empty.
Mets just 3 hits today. I haven't really tested Drabek. He hasn't been any jams. Drabek just setting him down here. It's a good Pirate team. That's why they won the division. A little dribbler to the mound. Elster's got 3 for speed, but he beats it out. So a cheap hit there. The Mets will take it. And now Gooden comes up. Let's see what they do here. Looks like Gooden's going to hit. Slash Deep Gaming with the Barry chant. So here is Gooden. Gooden will hit for himself. 1 for 1 today. Kind of a wild pitch or a balk. It's a pitch in the dirt's blocked.
1 out, man on first.
So a good job by Lavalier. So Gooden steps in there now. Swinging away. And a deep fly ball to right field. So Gooden hits it hard. But Bonilla is there, and there's 2 gone.
Man on first.
And here comes Jeffries, who's 0 for 2 today. Mets trying to get something going. Round ball to Breen, and Drabek takes care of business. We're done with 5. It's 5-0 Pirates. The Buccos. It'll be leaned. Drabek and Backman. Top of the 6th here in Shea. A cold April day here in Shea. Ground ball to Hojo, and he makes the play, 1 down.
1 out, bases empty.
And here comes Drabek, who is 2 for 2 today. He's got an infield single and a outfield single. He lined one to left field. 2 for 2 for Drabek. And he hits one hard again, but this time Strawberry's there, so 2 gone. Gooden is not fooling Drabek today. So here's Backman. Backman is singled and doubled and hit a double play. He's 2 for 3 here on his return to Shea. And he lines up to Jeffries there to end the top of the 6th. So Gooden settling in. He gave up 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Has not given anything in since then.
Bottom of the 6th.
So here is Keith Miller lead things off for the Mets. He's 1 for 2. Ground ball to Jay Bell. And there's 1 down.
1 out, bases empty.
And here is Hojo. Down goes Hojo, so 2 away.
2 outs, bases empty.
Drabek's pitching line, 5 2/3, 4 hits. Hasn't walked anybody, struck out 3. Just been very efficient. And here is Strawberry, who's 1 for 2. One of the 4 hits Drabek has given up has been to the straw man. And he walks him, so Drabek's first walk of the day. I maybe jinxed him. So Strawberry's on a 2-out walk.
2 outs, man on first.
Here's McReynolds. And Strawberry could be stealing here. It was an attempted pickoff instead, no steal. And they picked him off. So Drabek picks off Strawberry to end the inning.
No hits.
And the Bluebirds are out here in Shea. Strawberry
Top of the 7th.
gets picked off. So top 7 we go. Gooden on the mound still. Gooden, now if you see that orange 7 next to his name, he is on his, I guess you call it his bonus batters. And what that means is he could face 7 more batters before he gets to B grades if he retires 7 guys in a row. If he gets anybody on base, he goes right to B grades. So that's kind of what that means right there. So he could get 7 more guys in a row. Theoretically, he's on A grades until he lets anybody on base here. So Bell comes up. Bell, Van Flyke, Bonilla. And strikes out Bell, so 1 down.
1 out, bases empty.
It didn't look like Gooden was going to last long in this game. He's doing a good job for the Mets. They may not win this game, but he's saving the bullpen. 6 1/3 so far, 9 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Not his best stuff today. He's battling, though. And here's Van Slyke, 2 for 3 today with 2 RBIs. And a ground ball to Elster, 2 gone. So Gooden gutting it out here.
2 outs, bases empty.
And here comes Bonilla, who's hitless today. Ground ball to Johnson, and Gooden gets him 1, 2, 3.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3. Bottom of the 7th.
So, bottom 7 we go. Stretch time here in Shea. McReynolds will lead things off, followed by Marshall and Barry Lyons. And Praise Cruz joins in. He was on early this morning for the Tigers and Red Sox game, which was a crazy one. He's back on this afternoon. Welcome in to Mr. Praise Cruz. So McReynolds comes up. Ground ball to Jay Bell, and Drabek is just setting him up, setting him down. And here comes Mike Marshall, who's hitless today. And he strikes out, so 2 away.
2 outs, bases empty.
And here's Barry Lyons. Hitless today as well. And Drabek making this look easy. making it look easy.
1-2-3. Top of the 8th.
Top 8 we go, and here comes Mr. Bonds. He is 2 for 3 today with 2 RBIs. He's doubled and singled. Gooden looks in. There's the pitch. And he strikes out Mr. Bonds. So Barry goes down. Gooden gets him.
1 out, bases empty.
And here comes Sid Bream. Gooden into the 8th inning now. Did not think that would be happening back in the 2nd inning. Strikes out Bream. Bream goes
2
down.
out, bases empty.
So Gooden struck out 6 now. Starting to find it a little bit after the tough start. Lavalier up. And he gets Lavalier. So Gooden has been cruising as well since that 2nd inning.
Bottom of the 8th.
Bottom 8 we go. Be Elster, Gooden spot up, and then Jeffries. We'll see what the Mets do with Gooden spot up in the order. And he walks Elster, a leadoff walk. And the Mets get a rally going here.
No outs.
The Pirates have a good bullpen as well, so if the Mets are trying to get Drabek out of the game, that may help them because Drabek looks really good today, but the Pirate bullpen's pretty good as well. So here's Gooden,
They're going to use a pinch hit.
and they'll pinch hit for Gooden. So Gooden's day is done, and up comes Mackie Sasser. And Sasser, back in 1990 at 307 with 6 home runs. So good header from the left side. He'll pinch hit here for Gooden. And he pops out the lead, and there's 1 down. Let's see if he gets a boost check now. Drabek does get a boost check. So Drabek may go the distance here. He gets a 5-batter boost check, and that's due to the idea of the shutout he's got going right now. They get a little boost check on there. So Drabek may go the distance here today. We'll see. Here's Jeffries. Round ball to lean. This could be 2. It's not 2. They get the guy at first only. So Elster
2 outs, man on second.
in the second base. So 2 gone now for Keith Miller. Round ball to Backman. And that will end the 8th inning. So top 9 we go.
No runs, no hits, and 1 left.
Let's see what the Mets bring out of the bullpen here. Down 5-0.
They're making the call to the bullpen.
Alejandro Pena. So Pena will come out of the pen. Of course, he'll be on the Braves next year in 1991. So Pena, 3-3 on the year, 5 saves. 3.20 ERA, 1.22 WHIP. Pretty decent season for Pena. Of course, long time over the Dodgers. Not a long time, but several seasons, a few seasons for the Dodgers. So here's Lean to lead things off in the 9th. And a deep fly ball to left field. McReynolds tracks it down. There's 1 away.
1 out, bases empty.
So here's Drabek, who's 2 for 3 today, and he's going to hit. So Drabek going to go try going the distance here. Ballpark effect out or a single. And it's going to be an out. So Keith Miller makes the play, and there's 2 away.
2 outs, bases empty.
And here comes Backman now. Backman with 2 hits today against his old team. And he walks him. So Backman's on.
2 outs, man on first.
And here comes Jay Bell. Possible wild pitch here. Let's see if Barry Lyons can block this one. He does. Barry Lyons
2 outs, man on first.
does a good job there. Strikes out Bell to end the 9th, the top of the 9th. So bottom 9 we go.
No runs.
The Mets need a miracle here. They're down 5-0.
Bottom of the 9th.
And of course, Drabek looking for a complete game, opening day shutout. We don't have those too often. You got to face Hojo, Strawberry McReynolds to get it done here. So Drabek's gone 8, 4 hits, 2 walks, struck out 5. He's not giving a run. He's been very, very good today. Here's the pitch to Hojo. Struck him out, so Drabek still has his stuff. One away.
Base is empty.
And here comes the straw man. Single to center field. So Strawberry singles. A 2-hit day for the straw.
1 out, man on first.
He is 2 for 3 in the day. So Strawberry with 2 hits. So here is McReynolds. And he struck out. So 2 gone. And the Mets are down their last out here.
Man on first.
And Mike Marshall steps in. And a fly ball to center field. Van Slyke is there. And Doug Drabek. Wow, what a job by Drabek today.
Thanks for playing.
He opens the season in Shea Stadium against the 2 teams who are going to be fighting for the NL East this year. With the Expos being the 3rd team possibly. We have a 3-team race, but the Pirates send a message here. 5-0 score. Drabek with the win. He's the MVP. Goes the distance and takes care of the New York Mets. So, check the schedule real quick. We played 2 games, 1990, both on the channel. That Tiger Red Sox game was played earlier this morning. I went live on that one. Checked that one. It was a crazy game. Tigers won that one 9-8. And I want to stream the Reds and the Astro game later today. It might be around midnight. We might, if you want to go ahead and get the midnight in there, I might do it later on. So let's go ahead and kind of stimulate some of the other games I'm not going to play. Let's go with little Mariners and Angels in this one. And the Angels get a 2-1 win there. Bert Blyleven gets the win. Mark Eichhorn to save. The Brewers at the White Sox, Belito Perez and Chris Bosio. And the White Sox get to win 1-0. Sammy Sosa, speaking of Sammy. Sammy goes deep in that one. Orioles at the Royals. Faberhagen on the hill. And a 7-5, 11-inning ball game right there. Ripken goes deep in that one as the Orioles go to 1-0. The A's and the Twins. Dave Stewart on the hill, 8-1. Canseco gets that one right there. Let's go San Diego and the Dodgers. Hurst versus Hershiser. A 4-3 win right there. And let's do Montreal, St. Louis. And the Cardinals. Not a good year in 1990. The Expos, one of those teams that could be a team that could be that 3rd team in the East. They lose 2-1, 3 errors right there. So the Reds Astro game I'm going to save. I may play the Texas Toronto game as well. Actually, no, I'm going to go ahead and send that one real quick. Nolan Ryan. We'll get Nolan Ryan in the channel later on. And the Blue Jays win that one 3-2. Ryan the loss. Hanky the save. McGriff there. So we'll save the Reds and the Astros for later on today, tonight. And that one, Tom Browning against Mike Scott. Of course, the Astros. The Reds are the 1990 World Champions. And of course, the Astros, a decent team. Not a great team, decent team. We'll have that from the Astrodome later on tonight. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, we'll see you.